Mammoth Lakes, California, 37 degrees, should be pretty nice and warm. We're heading up to Woolies Tube Park, which is pretty amazing, but check out the view I'm looking at right now. So amazing. So much snow this season. I talked to a local and they said they haven't seen this much snow since 2017. Just crazy amount of snow. I mean, check this out. They have to carve out, you know, paths and stuff. So here's one of the paths I'm talking about. They had to kind of carve it out so people can walk. And over here, they're building an indoor ice rink, which is kind of ironic. Got plenty of cold weather. Not sure why they need to build an indoor one, but this used to be just an open field and then a park over here to the right. And I think they're upgrading the park and then adding this indoor ice rink. And then on the other side of it somewhere, we think there is Superchargers being built. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Very cool. There's the family. Checking out the carved-in path. Check out the view the Tesla has.
Did you get the picture of Tesla this way? That's a pretty amazing view of Tesla.
We are at Woolies. Check it. Check out this view. Wow. So amazing. So fun. What do you think? You don't know? Nothing phases a teenager. Every question results in what? No. What does it result in? There you go. Shrug shoulders. There we go. It's recording. Here we go. Thank you. How was that? Here we go. Yeah. Nice. We're heading out of Woolies. We just had a great time doing the tubing, and we are stuck in a mammoth traffic jam in downtown Mammoth. There's the Mammoth Pizza Company, the Old New York Deli and Bakery Company, both of which we've eaten at and are good. But everybody's heading out of town, I guess, or out of the ski areas at 2:25 p.m. That seems a little early, actually. Usually it's around 4:30. So, anyway, kind of a little LA traffic jam in the heart of Mammoth. There's a nice Rivian R1T here in Mammoth. Here is our Model Y. And before we head out of town, we've got to get some Starbucks. So look at the snowbanks here. We'll give you the details on our upcoming trip, but first we got to get some bagel and coffee.
Oh.
Yum. All right, we are heading out of Mammoth, heading back to Los Angeles, and here's the game plan. There is a supercharger like 2 blocks away from here, but this car has been sitting like almost the whole weekend because everything is so close. We don't really have time to warm up the battery. Everywhere is, you know, super easy to get to, and it's been sitting overnight in the 20s, sometimes the 10s. So the battery is super cold. Even if we were to go to the supercharger right now, there's 3 stalls available. Yeah, we even have a snowflake on our battery right now. So even if we were to go to the supercharger now, most of the time would be spent warming up the battery. So we're going to head down the hill about 45 miles to Bishop, and we're going to supercharge at the Bishop location. Another good reason for that is, do you know, Marcus?
What?
This is a V2. Yes, exactly. This is a V2 here at Mammoth, and we'd probably, most likely, would be sharing and get 72 kilowatts. Down at Bishop, no sharing. It's a V3, and so let's take a look at what we got going on here. 2 stalls available now here close by at Mammoth. So let's navigate to Bishop Super. Let's see if it'll come up. Is that it? Yep. So how far away? Let's see what it comes up with. We are currently at 147 miles or 51%. Oh, we lost the nav. There we go. So 41 miles, 39 minutes. That should give it a little bit of time. I'm not going to say it's going to be fully preconditioned, but at least a little more than it is now. And hopefully it'll accept a faster charge once we get down there. So that's the game plan for now. And we'll update you when we get down to Bishop. All right, we're coming up on the Bishop Superchargers. Is this it here? Yeah, Warren Street. Bishop, California Superchargers. We've been here before. These are V3 250 kilowatt chargers, but I would say the only problem with this location, there's not much around. Are we all wise? We are. All wise all the time. So we don't share, but I'm gonna go all the way on the end here just so we can stretch and stuff.
Ooh, they got trash cans.
Ooh, trash cans. That's an upgrade from last time because we had to walk across the street.
Yep.
So here we are at Bishop with not much around in terms of bathrooms. And now there is a coffee house we see not too far away within walking distance. Is it Black Sheep Coffee?
Yeah, and it was recommended by
recommended by friends. So yeah. All right. All right, here we are in Bishop, California. We're about to plug in. What we did was instead of charging at Mammoth and waiting for like 20 minutes for the battery to actually get warm, we went down the hill. We did a lot of regen, a lot of good speeds and stuff like that just to get the battery nice and warm. So let's see if that paid off in terms of speed of charging. And here we are on 1A, which does not make a difference on a V3 supercharger. Gonna plug in and we'll let you know what our plan is from here. All right, we are plugged in. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. So this is the Bishop Supercharger, and we are full of Ys. Lots of Ys, not a 3, S, or X in sight. Performance, performance, long range wrapped down the way there. So, all right, let's get inside the car and see what our plan is from here. Definitely ramping up here. On the V3, you can hear the cooling going on. We got the green Tesla logo going. So I'll get out on the other side. Marcus has our route ready to go. Garbage, that's a huge upgrade. Last time we were here, we had to go across the street. There's a couple of garbage cans. So now we have our own Tesla garbage. All right, so what do we got going on here?
30 minutes.
30-minute wait. So, but where are we going? We're going to, the plan is to go from Bishop to the new Palmdale 10th Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, let's see. Is it saying it's even possible?
Oh, I wanted us to stop at Lone Pine.
It wants us, and you remove that location, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to hope for the best, charge what we need to get to Palmdale 10th Street. Our bailout option is, of course, Mojave. There are now 2 locations in Mojave. But we'd like to not do that. It's a holiday weekend. The big charging station locations are Lone Pine and Mojave, and we're trying to avoid those. We're trying to do something different rather than what everybody else is doing. That's why we didn't charge at Mammoth. That's why we're charging at Bishop. And I think so far it's been a good call because there's only four Teslas here out of a 12 stall. So we're going to take a look. It says 30 minutes remaining, which means this is a pretty high state of charge it wants us to get to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go like that, just so
now it's full.
Okay. And now we'll see. Well, that's 50 minutes remaining, but that's to full, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if we can even make it though.
So it still doesn't know if we can make it?
No, because like once you change that, it doesn't say like continue on your trip. It just says.
Okay. Well, that's 20 minutes remaining, but then it's going to add chargers, right? Or did you remove all that? Interesting stuff as we're taking a look here. Yeah, see, it still wants us to stop at Lone Pine. Now, the part of this trip that we're going on is all downhill. The X factors we're dealing with is, of course, we don't know wind. It's definitely cold, but we've got everything sufficiently warmed up here. So we'll take a look if this is even possible, and we'll let you know. All right, so it looks like our plan's going to work, right? Nice mid-yawn there. We're at 10%, right? 10% arrival at Palmdale 10th Street, which is a brand new one we've never been to. We are at, what is that, 246 miles?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Flip to percent for me. And we're at 85%. So yeah, we're slowing down on the charge. 43 kilowatts right now. We definitely need to unplug and get on our way. Okay, so we're in Lone Pine now, and this, I think, is our first time in, I don't know, 8-10 trips that, with Teslas anyway, we are not stopping in Lone Pine for a supercharge. We took a gamble and charged in Bishop, and we're hoping to go all the way to Palmdale. And look, we've got a 5-minute wait, so our gamble so far has paid off, and one is out of order, which it wasn't out of order at the beginning of the weekend. So 2 things going against it, which makes it a 7 stall now. On a very busy holiday weekend. I anticipate some lines at this one later today. So taking a look at our trip down here, we've got a 7% estimated arrival in Palmdale 10th Street. And it's been holding steady there at 7% for a while, so I think we're good to go there. Up here, 186 miles on the battery, or 65% left, and we're at 55 degrees. So we are passing Lone Pine for the first time, I think, since owning Teslas, which I think is coming up here on the right, maybe? Where's the McDonald's? we got to get a shot of us passing it for the first time, right? So having this longer range, there's the McDonald's, longer range Tesla is definitely, because with our Model 3 we had to stop a lot. We just did. So here it is coming up on the right. There's the museum. You can see the Superchargers off to the right there. It's pretty full. Yep, definitely full with a 5-minute wait. So that seems accurate according to the nav, and we are now passing it. Not needing it this time, which is good. All right, so we are in Mojave. We started in Bishop with the plan of going from Bishop to Palmdale 10th Street. It's a new Supercharger, and it looks like that plan is going to work out. If you look at the nav here, the original percentage estimate was 10%. It's fluctuated anywhere from 22% to 5 or 6%, and it's been camped out here around 8% for quite a while, so we should be able to make it. If you look at the Mojave, we've got 6 available right now, which is, I guess, good. I thought it would be less. And then there's another Mojave right here, and there's 7 available there as well. So we should be good to go to Palmdale, certainly with enough range, but also there are 18 Superchargers available too, so 19. So that's the plan, and it looks like it's working out well. All right, rolling up on Palmdale 10th Avenue Superchargers. These are so new. They were activated when?
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the left.
February 7th.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I don't know when people are watching, but it's February 20th now, so this month. So we're gonna roll up on here. We only need like a splash and go, and this is an interesting install. I've never seen one like this. Wow. Okay, so they're like everywhere. I'm gonna get out and we'll talk about this a little bit. Wow, this is cool. So it doesn't matter where we plug in, so I'm just gonna pick this one.
Are they all V3s?
They are all V3s. Wow, look at you paying attention.
So there's 2 over there, 2 over there, 4 there, stuff here and over there.
I know. Which one do we choose?
This one.
All right, plug her in. All right, we're plugged in. We'll take a look at this Supercharger in a second. Chipotle's in the way.
It's about to be 250.
All right, so we did precondition about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago it started, and I can hear it in the background. It's cooling. We jumped up to 166 kilowatts. Now it says 55 minutes remaining because the battery is selected to full, but we don't need to do that. And we're gonna select home here in a second and see exactly how much we need. We don't need a lot though. 180 now is what we're looking at. 190, 202. We're gonna get a good, nice, fast charge here because it's been warm. So we made it from Bishop all the way to Palmdale 10th Avenue, which is pretty cool. 247. Are we gonna peak? Are we gonna get max? 250. Ding, ding, ding. Sometimes it goes over though, but 250 is what it should top out at, and that's it. So in just this little tiny video, this little clip, we've added 8 miles. So there you go. All right, we're gonna let it charge, navigate to home, and we'll take it from there, and maybe have a little Chipotle. All right, so we're at the Palmdale 10th Avenue Supercharger. Just opened earlier this month, early February 2023, and it's really split up. Wait till you see this. So we got 2 over there, we got 2 over here. Here are the cabinets, which is really, you know, that's the bread and butter. That's what's providing all this high power. And we got 2 more, 3 more, 4 more here as we keep touring. That's our Model Y over here. And so there are 4 parking spots on this side, 4 parking spots on the other side. That's why they're all globbed together here. And then there's even more cabinets. More cabinets on this side. Now we've got another 4 spots over here and another 4 spots over there. We saw that Model X on the way in, and here's the cabinet. So everything is crazy split up rather than one giant row like we're so used to seeing at so many of the Superchargers. This one's kind of cool. They just took over this whole area of the parking lot, and it's awesome. It gives us a little uniqueness, I guess. So Again, Palmdale, 10th Avenue, Superchargers. And we are just getting a little top up to get home, back down to LA. All right, so we are ready to go. Just a little splash and go. Just enough to get home. Don't need to stay any longer than we need to. Ooh, look at that one. That one's cool. Nice wrap on that one. Saw that X on the way in. There's a blue Model S over there. What a cool installation. Model Y over there. And all right, we are ready to go. We're gonna go home now. All right, let's wrap up today's video. Double trip from LA to Mammoth, Mammoth back down to LA. This leg of the trip, of course, was Mammoth back down to LA. It went off without a hitch. Everything went smoothly. Basically, what the nav was telling me was basically what we were gonna see. So, like we said at the beginning of this episode for the trip part of it, I opted not to charge at Mammoth because it was really cold. The battery was really cold, and I think it would have just spent most of the time warming it up. So rather than charging at Mammoth on our way out of town, which I think is most people's instincts, because, you know, having a gas car before, you fill her up, you know, before you head on out on your trip. So that's just not how you do things with EVs these days. So rather than doing that, we headed down the mountain for about 45-50 minutes down to Bishop. It gave the car a chance to warm up the battery. It preconditioned. I did some regen. It was, you know, some heavy elevation changes going downward, so it definitely warmed it up. And we got good speeds when we got to Bishop, and we charged as high as we possibly could. I think it was 80%, 75, 80%. I'll check the video and I'll put it down below. But it worked out in that we got from Bishop all the way to Palmdale 10th Avenue. Which is great. That was the goal. We wanted to avoid Lone Pine, which turns out it was full with a wait and one stall down. We did get to Mojave. We were trying to avoid Mojave. That one turned out okay. There were 7 available on one and I think 3 available on another, so that was okay. So we got all the way there. We did maybe a 5 or 10 minute top up at Palmdale, and we were on our way to get back home. So let's take a look at the trip stats for Mammoth. On our way home, and it turns out, check this out, this is amazing. So I don't know if you can see this. Oh, here we go, with this angle. So the Mammoth trip was 582 miles total, round trip, driveway to driveway, or I should say driveway to hotel, hotel to driveway. We used 200 kilowatt hours exactly, and we averaged 343 watt hours per mile, which I think was mostly the beginning, the first stage of it, because on the way back it was not only downhill, it wasn't windy, all that kind of stuff. So that's our trip. But check out our odometer. We literally rolled into our house at 23,000 miles. Now we took delivery of this car. This is a 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. We took delivery on December 5th, I believe, 2021. So a year and a couple of months, and we've already driven the heck out of this thing. 23,000 miles. We're almost at the halfway point of our warranty, which we'll see how that goes, right? So there you go. That's our Mammoth trip. Those are the stats coming in. It worked out well. This is a cold weather trip for the most part, although we rolled in here and it's 71 degrees in Los Angeles. When we left, parts of the trip going downhill, going into Mammoth were actually coming down from Mammoth were actually like 10 degrees. So it was cold. And we rolled in at 86 miles on the battery now, or 30%. And we will easily just charge this thing tonight and back to work tomorrow after this holiday weekend. So thank you once again, as always. I totally appreciate it. If you watched this far in, you are a true fan, and you might as well hit the like button and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Because if you've gotten this far into one of our videos, you like what we're doing, and we appreciate that. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell for all the stuff that is Tesla tips and trips. We'll catch you in the next video.